Okay, let's dive into Song of Songs, Chapter 3. Our goal here is really to unpack the images, the actions, the themes in this chapter, and it seems to unfold in two quite different parts, doesn't it? A personal search and then this grand procession.
That's right. It pivots quite dramatically. You have this very internal, personal quest first.
Absolutely. Let's jump right into that first bit, verses 1 to 5. Where does it all start?
Well, it begins in a very intimate setting. The text says, all night long on my bed. It's this restless searching.
But it doesn't stay confined to the bed, does it?
No, not at all. It moves outward. She says, I will get up now and go about the city through its streets and squares. So it becomes active, determined.
Right, a real effort. Yet there's that moment where it says, I looked for him but did not find him. So initial frustration.
Definitely. That searching doesn't immediately yield results, and that leads her to encounter the city's watchmen.
The guards, right. People who should know who's about.
Exactly. And she asks them straight up, have you seen the one my heart loves?
And the finding, it's interesting, it happens after she passes them.
Yes, scarcely had I passed them when I found the one my heart loves. It's almost immediate, like the interaction was a catalyst, perhaps.
Could be. And then the reaction is just grab and hold on.
Right. I held him and would not let him go. It's very possessive, very secure. And she brings him to my mother's house, this place of origin and safety.
Okay, so we have this intense search, the finding, the secure embrace, and then verse 5 feels like a sudden break.
It does. It's this charge to the daughters of Jerusalem.
Who are often seen as like a chorus or the young women.
Kind of. And they're told, sworn by gazelles and does, do not arouse or awaken love until it so desires. It's like a pause button or a warning.
A caution about timing, maybe.
Yeah.
Right after this successful capture of love.
Precisely. It sets a boundary, perhaps acknowledges that love has its own rhythm. And, well, it transitions us perfectly into the second part, starting at verse 6.
Which feels completely different. We shift from the city night to something coming from the desert.
Yeah, the perspective just zooms out. Who is this coming up from the desert? And the description is grand, like a column of smoke.
Not just smoke, though, right? It's perfume.
Heavily. With myrrh and incense, all the spices of the merchant. It's aromatic, expensive, significant.
And we find out who it is.
Yes, it is Solomon's carriage. So we've gone from one-person search to a full-blown royal procession.
It is heavily guarded.
Very. 60 warriors, the noblest of Israel, all armed, experienced in battle, ready for the terrors of the night. It's about power, security.
The carriage itself sounds incredibly luxurious, too.
Oh, absolutely. Made by King Solomon, wood from Lebanon, silver posts, gold base, purple upholstery, top-tier materials.
And there's that little detail, the interior lovingly inlaid by the daughters of Jerusalem.
Right. The same group warned about love are now part of creating the symbol of union. It's a nice touch.
The whole scene builds to this invitation. Come out, you daughters of Zion, look at the king.
And specifically, look at him wearing the crown.
Not just any crown.
No, the one his mother gave him on the day of his wedding, the day his heart rejoiced. It explicitly links this public spectacle to marriage, to union.
Okay, so let's try and connect these two parts for people listening. We've got the intense private search and finding in the city.
Uh-huh.
And then this huge public royal arrival from the desert, culminating in a wedding reference. What's the link?
Well, the contrast is key, isn't it? The intimate, almost frantic night search versus the grand daytime secure procession.
One feels very personal, the other very public.
Exactly. And the fact that the beloved is found and secured just before this description of Solomon arriving for his wedding, it feels intentional.
Suggesting maybe the beloved is the king.
Yeah.
Or represents that same level of union.
It strongly suggests this connection, yes. It could be showing how profound personal love finds its sort of public affirmation or parallel in this established, celebrated union, moving from deep personal desire to its societal recognition, perhaps.
So quite a journey in just 11 verses, from searching in the dark to this bright royal wedding procession.
A real emotional and visual arc.
We've seen the determined searcher, the relief of finding, that cryptic warning about love's timing, and then this spectacular royal display.
So maybe a final thought to leave with you. What does this juxtaposition, the deeply personal quest ending right as this majestic public union begins, tell us about love in this text? Does it suggest that true connection involves both that intimate finding and some form of recognized, maybe even celebrated bond?